Hi. Hey, so it told me it was having a problem connecting. Hi, Denise. So Laura's here, Denise is here. I'm not here. I need to pineapple. How do I see my own Molly Young artist? Okay. How is everyone's day? It's a Monday. Okay, let me turn my volume down or off. Hey, Nikki. Denise, we had like a ton of snow yesterday, and I'm getting an echo. Hold on. Denise, we had. Okay, sorry. I didn't know what the heck I was doing there for a minute. Um, we got snow and a blizzard with tons of wind yesterday and early this morning, and they canceled schools and everything. And they said it was from Lake Michigan because Lake Erie's frozen. So I was thinking of you because I believe, if I remember right, you said you were from Michigan, from Detroit. But I hope I have the right person. So I'm sure you're like, this is very interesting. What does she have going on here? So I want to do another box like the um, last one that we did that we made out of cardboard, but this time I want to do it out of a book. So I pulled out all my flowers. I'm trying to use up, I have so much of certain things. So I really want to do another one of these with you guys, but we're not going to do the modeling piece. So we'll get pretty far if not finished tonight. And if we don't finish, I'll come on tomorrow again. It is cold. I think we're getting it tomorrow. Okay. Um, ugh, yeah, this weather is crazy right now. It's supposed to be winding down, but Mother Nature has a mind of her own. So anyway, I pulled out these little flowers because they're smaller than what I have, and I mean, I thought I used them before, but maybe I didn't like them because I don't have. But anyway, um, I pulled these out. I pulled my leaves back out. I pulled my little daisies and roses and carnations out. I don't think I have roses. Maybe they are. They could pass for a lot of things. I think they are roses. So I have all those sitting next to me. And what I want to talk to you about is what I did this morning. So I already prepped this surface. So I did not gesso it. I would recommend it. Um, Felix the cat's in the house from YouTube. Hello. Thanks for coming back. I love when people come back. Um, so I um I would recommend, Laura, can you help me with the name of the product? I did put it on my Amazon list. Hi, Kathy. Um, but I need Laura's help with what the sealer is. And I don't have any, and I need to get some, so it's on my list, but it's a nice to have, not a have to have right now. But what it does is it helps dry out the wood and pull, and it really seals it before you do any work. And what happens with these are the ones from Michaels, is that they tend to warp. You can see this corner, but I will be honest with you, they're not perfect when they come. So I think it was like that. But what happened when I put the tissue and glued Mod Podge down, it really warped. But as it dried, it went back to normal. So um Highs in the teens. Yeah, I know we call it a heat wave when we get into the 30s too. Oh goodness, but I guess the snow's gone for us right now for the time being. So I already took tissue, and you can use regular tissue paper, but I use the Wet Safe because I use this on my jelly printing. I know I mentioned this last time, but just in case somebody missed that. But I really like it, and it comes in huge sheets. So you only need like not even one whole sheet to cover this whole thing. But what I like to do is wrinkle it up. Tampa's in the house. All right. So I like to do that and then use my Mod Podge and put it down. And I did that this morning, you guys, because it's not rocket science and it's not a new thing to you or probably anybody, but if it is, you just take your tissue paper, crinkle it up, and then Mod Podge it around, and you want it to dry thoroughly. The last time I did this, I used my heat gun, and hey, Robin, I used my heat gun, and what happened was the glue wasn't all the way dry underneath the Mod Podge, so as I'm drying my paint, it's not drying, and it's not drying, and it's not drying. So I'm really trying to make sure. Oh, that's cool. So anyway, I'm sorry. So then, I decided to take air dry clay, and I have this idea I want to do. And so I just laid it down. I struggled. I'm not really good with air dry clay, obviously, but I wanted to lay it down and at least get a shape. And then I did take my needle tool and I went through each of the gaps. It's nice when you find something that you didn't know you had, or that you found you like dawned on you had them when you want to do something. That's so cool. So so what I was thinking is I was trying to think for a title to go on here because I don't want to do a theme with a photo this time. So I had this frame that was already done, so I pressed it into the clay, which is why the ends look so weird. So it should come together. And then I'm not 100% sure, and I can change this out, and it's the last thing that we're going to do on here. Oh, Felix, is that okay if I call you that? We're all hoarders here, so you fit right in, my friend. I need to take a little end off of this guy. But I printed this morning, and I thought if it says Bound in Beauty, it might be a really cool centerpiece because I try to do beautiful things, and it's bound, and because it's a book, so it's bound. So I really liked this saying, and I stumbled across it, and I was like, "Is that dumb? Do I like it?" So I don't know if you guys don't like it and have a better idea for what I could call it. Like I can't use Prince Charming. I don't know what to use, but I really kind of like this, and I put it on a background that looks like burnt edges. I didn't do that on my own because I'm like not I don't know that I'm fire safe. Let's put it that way. These people like this stuff in videos all the time, and they just blow them out, blow them out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And especially with my mess on my desk, something's going to catch on fire. So we're not doing that. Felix, aren't we all Felix? So you found me. I love when I find out how people found me because my SEO isn't that great. I need to work on the back end of stuff, but I'm growing at a pace where I'm comfortable with right now, which is chugging along. It's rolling, but it's not like dropping so much I can't handle it. So, um, thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Laura. So, anyway, this was kind of my idea. Now, this is where, other than that, the creativity is kind of like, and I hope I don't run out of paint because I'm about out of copper. The sucker, I squeezed what I could out of it. And, I found a little bottle of this and it's so expensive. I bought this years ago in a set. Or maybe no, this one was separate, but I don't have any more. So I'm going to have to find, it's a copper gold. It's not a rose gold, but it's not gold. And I love mixing that with black. But anyway, we all know that from if you've watched my previous stuff. So then, and like a dummy, you guys, I put the air dry clay on this morning and I had to go to work. So I was letting it dry. And I was like, and I just used Titebond to glue it down and let it dry all day. And so I went up and I was working and I came down at lunchtime to check on this. And I took balled up air dry clay and left it on my desk because I'm so used to using polymer clay. It never dawned on me at all that I needed to put that back in the package. So, oh, thank you. I'm a fluid or something to create something else. Yeah, we all need, and I'm kind of, my mosaic tiles, they're not going anywhere. Polymer clay is not going anywhere. I really stay away from jewelry, although I have done necklaces and I may do more. I did a tutorial on a bracelet, but I don't really make those because if I can't sell it, I don't make them because everybody's wrist is a different size, and so I can't customize it the way I make mine. But yeah, so like here's an example that someone ordered a custom one from me to be just like this. So I do stuff like that too. But so I know we're not here for Molly's commercial, but I always like to welcome new people in, and I love to know when you're here. Makes me feel supported. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna paint this yet. Last time I painted it, then I decided to add flowers and I had to paint it again. So I have the inside done and I have like a rough, oh, this is actually decoupage paper. But I also did something I want to show you. I had an old vase or bottle, and after I did my box, I decided to give this a shot with the same method. And this is what I got. Now, the handle is going to be a fleur-de-lis, but I have air dry clay in here that I shoved in here. So when I poked, and I put a ball on here, so when I poked it in, it created like its own little puzzle piece to fit into each other. So, but like a dummy last night, I closed the lid and then this morning I'm like, why isn't the glue dry? Oh, well, because you just cut off all the air to the air dry clay. But yeah, so this is, this turned out really cute. And I may or may not do more to it. That's the side. Yeah. We all need to do different things. And I love when I forget this method I'm using is something I used so many years ago. And I kind of, it went to the back of my brain and all of a sudden one day I just had this little epiphany. I'm like, I don't know. It just hit me. Why does that happen? Because we're creatives. I got to put this guy back. Yeah, so if I didn't set him down crooked and he doesn't fall, we should be good. So yeah, so I have the frame and then the little printout. They're just on my regular printer. I do have a laser printer, so things don't run. If you don't, you need to, if you print something out, you need to cut it. And I just measured the insides, the inside of this, and then that's where I got the size I wanted for this. I don't know how it's going to look. Hey, Linda Glenn, welcome. So I don't want to pot around too much here, but anyway, so I put these down and I'm like, they look a little rough. And I have an idea of what I want to do in the centers of them. Here and here. I'm thinking of filling them with rhinestones, but I still want to paint the whole thing. And here's my dilemma. So, do I keep the frame gold or do I glue it down and paint it with everything else and then use waxes on it? And the color I'm using is this a dark copper brown. This is a matte surface, so but you can still kind of see the sheen. It's like a bronze color. It's actually copper and black to get that color. Bullseye. Thank you, Laura. Laura just posted the water-based primer. And sometimes she doesn't even need to sand some of her boxes, I've been told. And that is, please sign me up. I hate doing that. And I have a Dremel, but it's like, oh, I gotta go out in the garage and do all this. But whatever. So that's kind of where I'm going. Could look totally awful when we're done, but I don't think it will. Paint it with everything else, Laura says. Because I can always put the rub and buff on it. I already read your comment. Denise likes the gold frame. Why do I ask these questions? I know you didn't come here. Okay, somebody has to say something to break the tie. Gold frame or paint the frame with everything else? Oh, I'm not gonna have enough paint. It's gonna stink. We'll figure that out when we get there. Copper brown, you guys just tied it again. Oh, don't make me decide. I'm gonna paint it. Oh, Kathy, yeah. Let's just paint it. Why am I making such a big whoop out of this? Let's just do it. You don't like it. Next time we'll remember that we didn't like it. I wish I wouldn't have went and painted this all gold, but it was already like that when I pulled it out today because I'm trying to go through stuff that I have. Because I have a lot and we are I forgot. Okay, I'm thinking because I have to go get some glue, some hot glue replaceables. Hot glue sticks. I couldn't think of the word. I'm like replaceables, whatever. All right. So I have those right here. All right. I'm trying to get my hot glue. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to use the Pen Art Heavy Body Gel, but I'm also going to use hot glue to get, I don't want that happening, to get an immediate hold. This is, oh, it's not laying. You know what? I just changed my mind. I'm going to use hot glue. It's because of what I did under here, even though it's lining up, it still has a little bit of a lip. So I'm just going to make an executive decision, being the CEO and all around here, that we do this. Okay. Now, Molly, get it in the right place. You don't have, there we go. Got it. And I'll just hold it down and hope that it just all glues without incident. It's working. It'll pop up when I'm all done after all the work I did. It'll go bing, and I'm like, how am I going to fix that? Okay. All right. So let's, now we have to put the flowers down because we're doing everything at once. And then we're going to paint this whole thing. And then we're going to use acrylic sprays. Which, heads up, I will be leaving to run to the sink to spray, but I'm going to stop in between each color, bring it back, dry it so you can see what's happening with each rendition. So I also like, I don't know. And what I think is I'm going to paint this, and then I might put something along the outside, because this and this are going to be rhinestones, totally filled in with rhinestones. I'm putting the insert on last, Laura. So, because I want the inside, I wanted everything painted. So what I need to do is make more paint. I'm actually going to put a coat down on this because it's spray painted. So it might need a couple coats. I have had my work shirt on the past two. I have 3. You probably always see me in the same shirts because I have 3 shirts that I use, especially when I'm painting, because they have everything. On them by the time I'm done. So I think I kind of went a little far because I need to mix more paint. But I'm really not sure. I may cut this. I think I'm going to cut it open. Let me see. I'm getting some. I need one of those toothpaste rollers. I've said that before and I've never bought myself one. Okay. I'm looking. I think we're good. I probably made too much. You know, you can't win for losing. And then this got clogged. Thank you so much, buddy. Okay. The only thing I do not like about doing these is the amount of paint I'm going through. Oh, I said I was going to put the flowers down before I painted it. I was just using up the old color for one coat. Okay. Well, I am going to have to dry it now. It's so beautiful, this color. I love it. Yeah, I'm going to, when I get back to it, I'm going to cut open the end. And we will be blinging it up. Okay, so I still have the heat gun on because we have to do the flowers next, but I want to dry this. So what else is going on? Just the weather has been pretty yucky. But it's so par for the course. It just feels like winter never is going to end. It feels like that every single year. So yeah, so what I want to do is I want to decorate the front and I want to see how the back and the sides look. I was able to decoupage and over the hinges and it opens just fine. I'm not sure how paint's going to go, but we're going to try it and I'm going to leave it propped open tonight so it can completely dry, but it'll have, I'll stand it up like with the two ends. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. I dropped that phone. It's going to be a really bad day. All right. Okay. So this is going to be hard for me because I usually work this way to this way, as you can see with what I have laid down here. I wanted to dry this so we can hot glue the flowers on. Otherwise, we would have just had problems. Um, you know what I mean? Boy, that stuff is dripping all over everybody. So we also can use any kind of embellishments. I could put 4 on these corners, and yes, we're gonna paint them. Maybe. The key to this design is to keep it simple, and like when I go to spray them, I've been a little overachiever in that department. Um, and it's not necessary, and it's probably not really that smart. But remember, we're painting over all these, so I don't care what colors look like. I don't care. I'm working more on the composition at this point. Oh, cool, Laura. Yeah, good to know. I think I've actually painted them before, but I haven't used the glue and tissue and then painted over them. So I wasn't sure what to expect. Um, so we're going to work around this, and I'm going with my gut. I'm in a creative mood. So she says, I'm going to go with my gut on this one. I know I'm probably not in the exact right place, but I got to be pretty darn close there. And then this one, I do want going this direction. It's not just that people read left to right; they read they look in a Z format, but if easy peasy, this is how you want people to look at your piece, here to here. You want them to probably see your centerpiece first, but then anything else you do here to here. So let's see what this looks like on this brown. It's kind of cute. I always cringe when I paint over all this. Believe me. And this isn't something I want to have get trashed. But okay, so but these are smaller. So I am thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to start laying these out. And I just can't overlap the areas that are going to get filled in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I want these here. Guys, I work quick because I follow my gut for my instincts, and This is so easy to cover up. So I'm sorry, I'm being quiet. Can you believe it? Somebody call the news. I don't care if you see these white little bands in here, because when we paint over them and we do everything, you know what I'm talking about. They're up at the top. They're this little guy. It's a piece of plastic. Anyway, you can't really tell, but that's what I was kind of him and hawing over. This one didn't stick, so that's just great. Let's try this again, my friend. And if you don't want to paint the whole thing and then come back and use, oh, this is funny. I tore this one out of something. Come back and use your, then come back and use your flowers in the colors that you have. I can guarantee these are from Amazon, but they're not on my list, you guys. Getting there. You don't want to lose the leaf. Maybe we need a daisy. That would be perfect if I can just get it to glue down. I'm putting a ton of glue on here. So that's what it's kind of looking like. These two are opposites. So then I'm going to see if I have a little one. Doesn't have anything in the middle, but I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to put this down. I'm probably going to burn my fingers. So quick, do the sign of the cross. She's sticking her finger in it. Because, man, I'll tell you, and you guys know this stuff gets... I'm going to put another one on hot. And when it, and then it starts steaming the stuff. Okay. Steam away. Do my laundry next. Sorry. Okay, so then these are not the really nice ones. These are kind of cheapy, but they're gorgeous. So I'm going to use one of those in here. Or do I want to wait till I'm done? Let me see something. Yeah, that wouldn't look very good. Maybe I wait to do the center of this one. Oh, gosh. I guess I'm not. It glued down. There we go. Like, it glued down all by itself. But, yeah, these are what I was looking at. Okay. So, back to that later. So, then I kind of want to follow this channel up here. And... my son works for the county, and he was off work today. What a nice day to be off work if you live around here. Especially if you had to leave early. No good. Bad news bears. Okay. And I started my computer this morning, and then my password wasn't working. Like, okay, it's Monday morning. We have a great service desk that you call when you're having an issue. And I called and I was on hold for the next available. And next thing I knew, the line went dead. And I kept trying to call back and it was out of service. So I think I called right at the not perfect timing of. Can I still get in here? Yeah. When something happened. But I fixed it myself eventually. Kind of like it just like this, where it's not overdone. Probably put one here. Oh. I don't want to put another one of these here because they're going to be straight across from each other. But I could put a couple. I mean, these are all totally different. Oops. This guy doesn't even look right. It's too close to that. I probably should have put that up here, but I didn't. So, no. No, I don't know what's going to happen. I may end up having to put some back on and repaint them. I won't make you sit here but through that because we still have to paint all this. I like the sleeve. It fell out of something. I don't know where it's from. I'm going to plug it in. Just like so. So that's what that side looks like. And that's that side. Okay. Now, do we do the fun part now? No, absolutely not. Okay, so guys, I need to go put these just in my little box next to me. Am I going to do the spine? I'll leave them out just in case. I have to step over something to get to my keeping place on my shelf for these. So it would kind of be a little bit of a task if I had to keep going back and forth. All right, where's the lid, Molly? Here it is. All right, so let's just start. Now I'm thinking about, okay, before I jump to too many conclusions here. And I'm probably going to decoupage in here or do something. But I'm not sure what yet because I want to see what happens with the outside. And we can talk colors. You guys shoot up for me if you are thinking light or dark for the colors. Remember, we're going to paint this whole thing. Then I'm going to spray paint it with whatever colors I want. Now, the base color does have to be this, but it pretty much gets covered up by the time it's done. Let me show you something else. Okay, so this is the box that I posted over the weekend. It's not even a box. It's a canister that I got from the thrift store for probably $1. I remember exactly when I got it. I was with my mom. But I did like flowers on every side and then I'm sorry, on the front and on the top. And I used one of my homemade toppers with the heart. And then I used a rhinestone here And I put rhinestones in the sides and I did all the pearls. So I thought pearls would just soften this up and look so pretty. But I love how this turned out. Um, so that's kind of the effect, right, that we're gonna hopefully end up with. I mean, I gotta be honest, my last one was a little muddy for me. So I don't know. I think I need to watch how many times I'm squirting it. Is the problem. And sometimes I get it under this light from the yellow light that's in there, and I'm like, holy moly, you can't even see my background color anymore. Yeah, we should wind the flowers. You should wind the flowers around. Is everybody on everybody's on YouTube, huh? I want to see me. Thanks, Nikki. Okay, I'm seeing everybody's comments. It made me nervous for a minute because you guys got so quiet. And I'm like, oh, well, I just don't think this will. Oh, well, I don't know. It's so risky to do this. I guess there's only one way to find out. Don't be afraid. There it goes. It's steaming again. It's like it's on that plastic. Ouch. That was hot. I keep doing that all the time now. Yeah, I'm going to have glue strings because I don't like it in there. Because I lost my line of sight. So my line of sight's supposed to do something like this. If I achieve what I'm looking to do. But maybe up here. And then I can trail it up here. That would work much better for me. It's still sticky because I had so much on there. And then I'll just not get the hard plastic where the hinge is. Yeah, I see you guys now. I'm so happy everybody's here. So let's go around here. Let's go around here and just up the side. And then not overdo. Call it a day for the flowers. Uh-oh, he's falling out. Why? Did he melt to death? He kind of covered up my other flower, but I can still get in there. Try again. Yeah, my little guy, I went over him a little bit, but I'm gonna make sure these are down, and then we're gonna paint, and then I'm gonna dry it, and then we're gonna have some fun. But I don't know if that'll be tomorrow night or Wednesday night to finish it, because I know I can stay on a little while tonight, but I want to put this one in here. I didn't do anything for dinner, and I'm guessing I don't have any frozen lasagna or anything to make my life easier today. So I have hot dogs, but I hate to do that to John. He's hungry when he gets home. All right, It was only lonely over there, so Nikki came to YouTube. Okay, whatever you guys want, be anywhere. Okay, so then I want to keep going around here, but not prohibit this from opening, which is where this gets challenging. So I gotta stay. Okay, this is gonna be weird. I have to stay within. I can always put something in here. I have to stay within here. Sorry, I can't see what I am trying to accomplish here. There you go. That's all I wanted. You could go that way a little bit more, but it's just after you paint it, it gets hard. So I want to make sure everything is in a safe place. I think I just made that one more. So we need to put this one right here. Man, I'm going through the glue like crazy too, not just my paint. All right. Couple more. I might just use the daisy at the end. Whoa, to be more consistent. And then I don't know that I want to go all the way to the top. Because this is wrapping like this. So I think that that is good, and it does not need to go to the top. Come on, gals. You know the drill. Just got to get them in there and cross our fingers and toes, you know? Glue strings galore in here. See, one more spot. I just want to see something. Let me try something. So I need to keep this moving. That helps with the gap a little bit. Plus, it's a different kind of flower. So this is kind of the back. Well, I didn't want that to glue down. And then it's going to come around to the front. What is this? Let's see. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to paint because I want to leave the back black and copper. Sorry, I did not mean for that flower to get glued down. Now, if the paint does it, then the paint does it. We can all be mad at the paint, but this one's not down. Hold on. He's trying, but he's failing. Sound familiar? All right. Very, very cool. So I was thinking about maybe putting something on here, but I think I'm just going to go for it. I think it looks so weird that I got to do it. So, sorry, I was looking at one of the comments. So, hi, Barb. You're working? Okay, Barb, you do what you do. But it's nice for you to drop in and say hi. All right, so let's telling you one more thing on here. All right, so let's just do the fun part. Why not start there? This is not going to take long. There's just a lot of flowers, so they might, well, this will be the longest part, is getting in. And you want to cover all your flowers. This is why I needed more paint. You need a ton of paint to get, and a really soft brush, so that you can get into all the cracks and crevices in the underneath side. And you're going to have to spin your piece around to, sorry, I hit my camera with my head. I was trying to lean in too far. But this comes out beautifully and I love it. And I wanted to do another piece. So here we are doing another piece, but we're going to do a book this time. So what are you guys thinking for colors? Yep. You saw that, Barb. I don't know. I might want to leave it mainly this color because I honestly haven't had a whole ton of luck with not losing this color. And I don't want to do that on this one. So I think we'll keep this color, but then we have to think about a paint color. Going over this again, remember I could still see the gold a little bit through it, so I just want to make sure I have it like doubly coated. The rest of this should be fine with just one. So fun to sit and watch me paint. Do you guys find it relaxing when you watch people paint? I know I'm heavy-handed. I'm probably making it look like I'm stabbing the poor flowers to death, but I'm trying to get in all their vulnerable areas here, and it's like they fight you a little bit, but you eventually get there. I mean, we're almost done. Yes. Absolutely, that's what we did. And I don't want too much paint so that there's like blobs and it will never dry, because that's not going to work. I don't know, you guys. I'm just gonna end at 7:15 tonight. I'm gonna go for a little while, just because I can. The reason I try to keep things as at an hour is because, I don't. Well, I mean, you guys all know this. I work full time, so I need some time to myself in the evenings, and trying to get content ready for us takes time. So I just try to make sure I'm responsible with my schedule, but tonight I don't really have an issue at all. So I think I'll just stay on and we'll see if I can get these to dry. But look at how this is coming together. Yes, the frame is this one from Amazon. I think it's from Amazon or it might be from Temu. And it's this one right here. And then the square one's perfect for our boxes on the top. But yeah, I don't know, sister. I think though, is it going to be shabby chic? I don't know. The scary part about this is once you, I mean, I guess maybe, but I mean, okay, so based on the candle holder and the bottle I did, do you consider that shabby chic? Because I would like to know your opinion on that. With me, I don't have a particular, I have a style and it's called the Molly style. You know what I mean? So I, you can just always tell my piece. Usually you can tell if you've seen one of my pieces, you can usually tell when you see another. I was going to put a piece of paper down and I forgot, but that's okay. I'll just clean my desk. As I sigh, I'll just clean my desk like it's the end of the world, right? So we're getting there. We're getting there. Pearls, you think it looks like pearls, huh? You're welcome, Nikki. You're welcome. Thanks for nothing, huh? I know it's from Amazon or Temu. Rectangle mold. And you know, guys, I wanted to tell you, sorry. Hi, Debbie. Okay, that's it. You're getting marked as tardy. Hey, Debbie, guess what? I didn't have an envelope to fit your stamp in it, so I haven't even mailed it yet. I'll let you know when I do. The one you won. Just don't let me forget. But I had to I had to order some bigger envelopes, and for some reason they take a little while to get here. I don't know why. And I admit I'm kind of a cheapie, so I go for the best prices. So Debbie, we have people on YouTube and on Facebook again tonight. 14 people right now. Woohoo. Almost done. But, you know, this is about how long it takes, which it really isn't that long. If you think about what it looks like at the end, it looks like you spent hours and hours on it. And while drying time may contribute to some of that, this really isn't a big deal. Look at that. It's already gorgeous with just the reflections. Now I got to turn it this way because I can see some color in here. Every which way you turn it, you'll find another color. The other night I was showing you guys on the camera, I wanted to make sure I was in frame, and I kept seeing all these little pieces I couldn't see with my eyeballs. But I just got to make sure I leave this open tonight, which I will. I'll remember. And you don't have to stop here. You could put on, you know, I know we're painting right now, but you could really put on anything. And then remember, I've had this for about a week now because since I started these projects, you just make sure your cup is covered, and you can even leave your brush in there, and it's so easy peasy to do. Oh, I just stuck my finger in it though. That's why my fingers look like they do today. Thank you, Debbie. Um, but yeah, so I'm glad everybody's here. I'm really sorry I didn't put out a thing on my Facebook today. I found another spot. I it's like I knew what my schedule was for today, and um I was busy doing this instead of before work instead of making a post for tonight. So I forgot about it. And then I was like too late. I'm like, well, I I don't know. I try. If these weren't square, they would look like pearls. And probably pearls would have been a much better idea. So I don't know. We're in the stranger danger kind of zone. So I'm gonna let this dry, but I have to grab something. Okay, sorry, I had to fill up my drink. I can see one in here again. Sometimes your hands are going to have to get messy. Put gloves on if you don't want messy hands. But sometimes you just got to pull them apart to get in between the layers. And that's just how it is. Okay. So we're going to dry this. I'm going to get a new piece of foil. I love my foil. There goes the snowplow again. It started snowing again and it wasn't supposed to. I don't know. My son lives about 15 minutes from me, Christopher and Lauren, and he came over yesterday to pick something up, and he was like, everything is fine at home and it's snowing here so bad. I go, that's what happens with that lake effect. You don't know where the bands are going to set up. But he just said it was so weird. Okay. I don't know why I'm paying so much attention to that one. Probably gonna. I think we still have to do the back. Okay, this is gonna be a common thing. Hopefully not. Hopefully I got everything, but I just found this right here. So we just, like I said, just gotta, and you can put anything down. It doesn't have to be flowers. We're gonna do one that's steampunk, which is gonna look totally, totally cool. But I don't know what I want the substrate to be for it. So I gotta think about that. I think my making cardboard box days are over unless it's just for me. And just I don't know. I mean, you save yourself for sure not having to buy. So this is gonna look so pretty. I think. I don't know, my little air dry strands. So you can do anything with air dry. Make your own flowers out of air dry clay and just stack them up and then roll the corners. You can always do that. You know what this looks like? You know why I like it? It looks like kind of like a chain link chain, just very rustic and organic. That's what this is. And when you mix stuff like this that doesn't make sense with each other, and then you combine all these colors, it all of a sudden makes so much sense. Hi, if you're here and you haven't said hi, let me know. Or if I missed you. We have a lot of greeters in here, so I didn't see anybody I missed, I don't think. Okay, here's the deal. We aren't going to go any longer tonight, and I'm going to tell you why. Inside of these flowers needs to dry overnight. So, what's going to happen is I'm not going to do that much more than what we did, but I'm going to let this dry overnight. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to do any touch-ups on anything, and I'm going to paint the back. And I guess this lip down here. See, now the paint's making this hard to open, so I'm going to really have to make it move while it's wet, I think. Because I don't care if it pulls the flowers apart. I knew this was going to happen. That's why I was contemplating how I was going to do it. I wonder if, Laura, close your eyes. If anybody is worried about me, I don't blame you. But I just want to try something. I'm going to be really careful. Because I don't want to ruin this. But I got to go from this way. I can't really reach, so I'm not going to do it because I don't want to scratch it up. Yeah. I don't even know how to shut it. There we go. There we go. It's all put away. Everybody relax. Okay. I know. Yeah, there was the word. You guys, I don't know why I don't know. I'm just not very good with sharp things or hot things but yet I've done fine down here. I've cut myself before, but nothing crazy. So guys, is that okay that that's all we got done tonight? But I wanted to show you, yeah, do not try to do this at home. Thank you, Kathy. She's my safety moderator. Oh, kidding. Let's just, try and have some fun when we can. So I'm going to let this dry. And I have to, you guys. I never thought about it. Because I thought I would dry this and then we would decorate it, but we can't. But I think it's going to take us an hour tomorrow because once we're done, I need to put this in. If I don't get a better idea by then. And then, but it has to be all done before I can fill this in with rhinestones. So I'm going to do that. I might do one section with you, and then like the big section I'll take on. Maybe I'll do one section with the rhinestones so it's done, and then we can do one together when we come back. What do you guys think? I cannot believe how good my little mistake came together. Thank you guys. Okay. So yeah, so I am gonna run, and then I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or Wednesday. Wednesday I will be here for sure. No, I know Friday I'll be here for sure, but I'm trying to come on to finish this. I don't want to wait until Friday, so expect me tomorrow night or Wednesday night. And if I remember, which I usually do, I'm usually pretty good about it, I'll put up a reminder that morning, tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning on Facebook. I can't really do that on YouTube, but if you're subscribed and you hit the bell on YouTube, you should get notified every time I go live. So Anyone that's new here, welcome. Glad to have you here. And this is a process that's going to take a while to dry. So we cut it off for tonight and we start back up, but I'll do some of the heavy lifting. And then when we get back to this, it's going to be really really fun and so colorful, and hopefully it's going to turn out okay. I mean, you never know what you're going to get, but so far I'm thrilled with this. I just got to make sure this is going to still open. So I think I'm going to prop it. Yep. You guys all have a wonderful evening. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Hit hashtag replay so I know that you popped in. I'd appreciate it. Okay. So you guys, you have a great evening too. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye.